everyone, welcome back. I'm so happy you're here, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Yanni and I'm doing this all about Christmas channel. Of course, I will keep it short. On this channel you will find lots and lots of seasonal decor DIYs and of course daily decor DIYs. Do you like what you see and you like this content? Of course, I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. It would help my channel a lot to grow, so I hope you will. And if you want to see more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find all the links for our DIY channels. Go check it out. And for now, let's jump into our DIY. And here you see what we will use for this DIY. We need, of course, our tumbling towel blocks. I have a wet old piece of towel. I have some brushes. I have my wood glue. I have some new chalk paint, a little bit of the creamy color and a little bit of the, yeah, it's not totally, a little bit like sand colors, darker sand color. It's not totally brown, but we will see how this will turn out and if it covers in one time. So I'm going to check it out. I need a little ending like this. This is just a wooden Easter egg, but you can use as something else as long as it is from wood or something, maybe the top of a bottle. It doesn't matter. Like this. I have my furniture wax. I don't know if I use it. I now have my glue for my glue gun, but most of the time we will use our wood glue. So these are the main pieces that we will need. We're going to make a very easy seasonal stand. You can use it for the Christmas season because it's Christmas in July, but you also can use it for any season. Just what kind of picture you place on the back side. You will see that in a moment. And of course we need a print, but we need a print. I have this kind of books. Well, I have showed to you this way, and in these books most of the time, I hope I can show it to you. You see there are a lot of pieces of paper inside of it. Scrapbook people already know how to use this. So this is what we need for this DIY. For the bottom of our stand we are going to need 4 blocks, and I'm going to do some glue on this side, on the longer one, and a little on the top side. And then I'm going to place it against each other like this one. And I'm going to do only on this side, in the longer one, some glue. And then you already can place them together like this. And then you already have your own 4-piece of stand. And we are going to double it up. So we're going to take again 4 pieces and we're going to do in the same way. A little on the top and a little on the side, on this way. And on this side we only do it on the top, and on this side on the longer side. And then we already have all the pieces glued together. And again, squeeze it, press it down, make one nice little row, and then you see the glue is coming out, the wood glue. And I'll take my wet towel and I'm going to wipe away the glue we don't need, so we get not too much stains, because that's the sad thing about wood glue, at least my wood glue. It gives some stains on your wood, and then if you do some paint it will be fine, but if you do some waxing, then you will see all the dots you have been with your wood glue. So I'm going to let this dry. Both pieces did dry in a little, and now we're going to do some wood glue on the top. On this side we're going to do it in the middle and this way. And now we're going to lay our other piece on top of here to make it a little bit of a thicker stand, and just squeeze a little and press it down. And we are going to let this dry also. So we are going to lay this beside. We are going to take 3 pieces like this, and again 3 pieces for the top and this way. So again we're going to do first some glue on this side, some glue on this side, some on this one and on this one, and we're going to roll them together. I don't know if that's the right word, but at least we're going to place them together like this. And we're going to let this dry in for a couple of minutes, and then we're going to do the next step. In the meantime, while these 2 are drying, we are going to make a new set. Again 3 and another 3, so we can do in the same time that the other one is already on the dry. So we're going to do one, and on this side again, on this one, and on this one. And again, we get them together. This is already one piece, and this is number two. And also this one, squeeze it and press it down and make a nice straight line. And this way. And these two are almost dried. So what I'm going to do, I'm doing some glue on the side, on here. And we're going to place them together this way. Squeeze them and press them down. And you see already one block is already a little longer than the other one, but we are going to work with it. So, and this one again, squeeze it. And again, wait a couple of minutes, and then we're going to do the next step. The glue is dried in a little, and I'm going to do also on this one on the top some glue, a little on all the blocks. And I'm going to place it down, turn this one over and squeeze them together in a straight line, and let this dry in also. What I'm going to do, because this one is already dried in, I'm going to get my glue, do it over the middle, over all the 3 blocks, like a little circles of turns, loops, just how you call it. We place this one on top and we make a nice straight line, press it down, and we're going to let this dry also. Now our 3-pack is dried in, not totally dried yet. I have my block of 4. What I'm going to do on the underside, I'm turning my arms around like this. I'm going to do some glue under here, and I'm going to place it exactly in the middle of our 2 block, so we get a nice stand. Of course, I have to turn it over if I have it a little in the middle, and I have, so then I can keep it this way and squeeze and press it down lightly. So this way, and now we are going to let this dry, because it has to hold the top of our a little stand. It's just coming over, a little display is coming on top of here. So I hope this everything will keep in place. So I don't know if it will fall over or not, but we will see how this will turn out. So we are going to now make the top. For our top, we are going to use 3 of this one. This will be the bottom. And we're going to make the bottom of the top, and we're going to do the top of the top. I hope that makes sense, but you will see it in a moment. Don't worry. So again, we're going to glue this one, and again, and this one, and this one. And I'm going to place them together like this again. I'm going to place them over here. And we're going to get another 6 blocks, 3, and another one of 3, and we are repeating the same. And I decorate it always my way, but you're so free to give your own twist on it, because everyone has his own privilege and he likes what he has in his house. So everyone is so free to get your imagination and decorate it the way you want it to use. To make like this. This is already, and we let this dry in for a little moment. So our 4 pieces of 3 are a little bit dried in. We're going to lay this one on the side, and we're going to do again on the top some glue like this, and we place them together. I'm going to do on this side the same, and again place it together. Now we use for the top of the top, we are going to get 2 blocks. We do a little glue in the middle. You see already this one is already broken. This package is really a bad package this time, because the blocks are really so different. I last had one block, I thought that he was really diagonal, so they saw them. I think they thought just throw it in, it doesn't matter. But they were really bad, especially this package is really bad. So I have a block of 2, and now I'm going to get my top, and you can use, like I said, you can also use the top of a bottle. It doesn't matter, just what you have laying around, because we're making an ending on top of here. So we're going to glue this one, a little drop of glue in the middle, and we're going to place this also in the middle, like this. If you want to give the top a color, then you have to paint it first, because later it's always a little bit hard to paint it. But for me, this one will be in, all of the stand will be in one color, and I only do the inside with other things. So, and this will glue, and I'm going to let this dry. So our little piece is almost dried in. I also do some little glue in the middle of the block, and I'm going to place it in one of our tops. I'm going to place this one exactly in the middle, like an ending, and this way. It is just like a lid. You use, I think that's the word I'm looking for. And I'm going to place it, squeeze it a little down, and make sure you have it in a straight line. And we're going to let this dry also. Now we're going to make the back side and the sides of our top, and this will be very easy. The sides will be just 2 of this one and 2 on this one, like this way. So very easy, like this. And we're just going to glue it, one on the top and one on the side, like this. And we do one on this side, only one side, and this one only the top. And then you see everything has some glue, and then we can very easily take them together and make one nice side. And we're going to do the same, one on the top, on the side, and we lay it down. We only do this one the top, and this one only a side. And then you already have all of them. When you roll them together, you have one, and everything has some glue. And again, straight line, squeeze it a little, squeeze it a little, and then we already have our sides of our stand. So we only need the back side. Now we only need the back side of our top, and we are going to use 4 blocks like this, and again 4 blocks under it. And very easy, this way we just make one straight line of 4, this one, and number 2, and a number 3. We do the same under here, and number 2, and a number 3. And again, we're going to place them together like this, and also over here. And we're going to make a straight line, press it down, and we're going to let this dry in for a couple of minutes again. Our 2 pieces almost dried in. I'm going to place it on the side. I'm going to do on the top some glue, very easy, on all 4 blocks, and we're going to lay it down, and we're going to place them against each other, and this way. Make sure that you have a straight line, and we're going to let this dry in also. So our back side and of course our sides are dried in. What I'm going to do, I'm going to do some glue on this side on top, a little in the middle on each block, a little glue over here and around here, and I'm going to get my bottom, and I'm going to turn it over, and I'm going to place it in the middle, at least where you want to have it. Just look which one is you think it's very nice to have placed in. I place it on, I have 2 blocks over here left over, like this, and I'm going to press it down a little, and then I'm going to let this dry also. So you see our stand, the underside and the top is finished. What we're going to do, we're going to try out at least my new paint. So I'm going to go for the lighter color, and I'm going to paint both of them, but I'm not going to glue them together yet. I'm going to do that as the last step. So I'm going to take my brush, and I'm going to paint both of them. And of course I'm going to use this color, but you can use any color you like. So I'm just going for a little bit of the creamy color, but you can choose any color you like. And I see already this is a new one here in the Netherlands, but I don't think I really like it. He's very thin, and it doesn't cover in one time. Now it doesn't matter for me because I like a little bit of it that the wood is coming through, but no, he's not covering. If you like a totally covered piece, then this is not your, if you live in the Netherlands, this is not your thing. So I'm going to work away with it, and I'm going to do both of them, but I'll do it a little bit faster. You see here in the corner, our paint is drying. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take my block of my prints, at least funny paper. You see this, just for crafters, this, I think they're very familiar. I don't work a lot with it, so I'm going to take a nice print, and I'm going for this one, just give a nice little structure. So I'm going to get out one of this one. And you see also the back side you can still use. There from each print is two, at least here. So I'm going to go and get this one out. And what I'm going to do, this will be the back side inside of our little house. Yeah, you know what I mean. And I'm going to have, of course, 4 pieces like this and 4 pieces under. So I just very easy measure out. You don't even use your ruler. You can very easily take this one, take 4 pieces like this and lay them in the corner. And you can very easily make the same line like you have here. And you only need right now a pencil and just throw it over, and you can cut it out. So I just hold the blocks together, make my line, very easy, like this, just a light line this way, and I'm going to go this one again, and I'm going to place them away, and I'll get my scissors and I'm going to cut it out. Of course, you also can measure out your blocks and just use a ruler. And don't do as difficult as I do, but I think this is very easy and it works. So I'm going to cut it out, and then we're going to Mod Podge it inside of our little house stand, just how you call it, like this. So I'm going to, but of course I have to wait until it is dried up. So I turned over my print, and I'm going to get my Mod Podge, and I'm going to do some Mod Podge on the back. And the print is very thick, so the paper at least is very thick. So you can use your Mod Podge, just don't do too less. Of course, also not too much, but the paper is very thick, so you need a little bit more of the Mod Podge to make sure that it stays in place. And so this is also finished. And now we're going to try to get it. Of course, I see here a line I did not do. So, and here. And I'm going to place it over, and I'm going to lay it on the side. And I'm try to get my print inside. Of course, I have to get on the top. And I'm going to press it down. And now I'm going to work my way with my print, but I have to be sure that I don't get Mod Podge on the print because I like the matte finish. But if you like the shiny one, then when it's dried up, you still need a second coat over your print. So I got my print in, and this is how it looks like. And you see, it gives a little bit more structure to your stand. And what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to try to make a little gnome with a little bit of fabric and some fur. So we will see how this will turn out, but it has to be very easy. For my gnome, I'm just going to use 2 pieces of the blocks this way and 1 on the top here. So at least that's just an idea. I really have no idea if this will work or not. So, but we will see at the end. You can decide if it is a success or nothing. So just do some glue on the top, and I'm going to glue this one over here in the middle and make a nice straight line, leave it, and we let this dry. I'm going to get my piece of fabric and my fur, so you can also now, if you're doing this DIY together with me, you can also take a piece of fabric or maybe some fur for his beard, and we need a little bead for his nose or just around. You also can use here a marble. I think you also call it that way. You can paint a marble and also glue it on top. So I will get my things. So you see, I'm going to use this piece of fabric. This is just an old pillow and it's a little bit of the moss green. So if you have old pillows or old fabric from a sweater or something else, always keep them. You never know where you can use it for. So I'm going to use this for as his head. And this is a piece of fur. This is normally a roll with white, but I did some furniture wax on top of it to give it a little bit more structure to his beard. And I used it already also for my giraffe. So if you want to see how I made my cute little giraffe, maybe for a children's room or a nursery, go ahead. You will find them in the link down below. So I'm going to get my glue gun, because this is for the glue gun. I'm going to make one line, of course, over here. Now I hope he still gives some glue, because this is my new glue gun. So I really hope he gives some glue. Yeah, there he is. And I'm going to place this one on the top over here, and I'm going to glue it and keep it in place for a couple of seconds. Then I'm going to go over it and make it around. You see, I'm just going around this line and over here, and again turn it over. I'm going to cut it off. And I have a little overlay, not too much. I have to go this way. Like this. I hope I have not too much overlay. At least I think you call it overlay, but I really have no idea. So I'm going to do some glue first over here. And I'm going to glue this one first. Oh, you see already my thing is not happy. I'm going to glue this first. And keep it in place for a couple of seconds. So this is already a one DIY with some obstacles. So I have it glued on the back side, and I have the top again on here. I did it a little overlay. What I did, you see already, this one is open. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do the side, this side, and this side inside. And now I'm going to do some glue over here and then glue it together. That means that you got a little of your, yeah, I don't know, a little bit kind of a point of a beard. I don't know what with my glue gun is. He is not happy, totally not happy with me. I don't know why, but like this. And I'm going to place the 2 points together and make sure that you don't burn yourself. So you just do the side inside and this side inside, and then you have 2 little points on the front. And this is how you, if everything is correct, you have this. So very easy, inside, inside, and glue the points together. And now we have already the first start of our beard. Now we're going to do his head. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold for a little moment all the furs down like this. Just make it looks even like a lollipop. If you see it this way. I'm going to place it down like this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to take the back side, which also has his pointing over here. So I'm going to do first some glue on here, on the middle, just a little dot. And I'm going to place my fur inside, just over here. Of course, I need to turn it over. I almost had it on the wrong side. And just squeeze it in. Make sure that it stays in place before you go further. And then we just go around and around, do some glue over here. And again, we place our fur inside and again glue it. And make sure that you don't burn yourself. And we go over to this side, do some glue over here. And we go a little line further with our head and just keep it in place like this. We go again a piece further, just do some glue on top of here and again place it over here and just squeeze it like this. And then we're going to turn it over again to the back side. And we do some glue over here and make a nice overlay over here. And just place it in here. And keep it a little higher, like this. You just have to work with it. It's very difficult for me to show you how it exactly is done, but it's just going to turn around. It's so easy to do, like this. So now you have it already closed, and we are going to cut off this piece of the fabric. So I did cut off a little piece of the fabric. Now I'm going to get again some glue, and I'm going to glue it over here, and I'm going to place my fur inside of here and just wait until it is dried up. And then we're going to just very easy, because this is also a little bit hairy fabric, I'm just going to make a little knot on top of here with my twine, and then you don't even have to close it with some glue. But if you have a little bit different fabric, then you also have to line up this one with some glue, but it's also very easy. Then you make just a longer piece like this. And now if you already look for, and we do this on the side, you see already a little shape of a gnome. At least I think he looks like a gnome. So I'm going to take a piece of twine, and I'm going to give a knot on top of here. So I have my piece of twine, so I'm going to, that's why we did the top over here. So he always, a little piece of his head is standing up. I'm just going to do it this way, and we are going to go down and turn it around, and I'm going to make the fabric inside, and I'm just going to get my twine, and I'm going to place it over and make such a knot on top of here and a little bow. Very easy, just like this. And I'm going to give it a nice little bow. So I'm going to work a little bit further with it, and I'm going to give it his nose. Now our gnome is almost finished. We're going to glue our two parts together. I'm going to lay it on the side, and if I do this also with this one, you see that he is, now I can easily find the middle of the stand, so to glue it on top of each other. So I'm going to get my wood glue, and I'm going to do some wood glue on top of here. Make sure that you have enough. And I see already there's something for my opening. And again, no, he's still not really happy with it. So I'm going to try to get it off. And of course there is a little bit more, but he's still not very happy. So I'm going to leave it with this, and I'm going to lay this also aside, and I'm going to place it exactly in the middle like this, and I'm going to keep it in place for a couple of minutes. So our little gnome is also almost finished. What I'm going to do, I give it his nose, but I also have a wooden bead, but I'm always debating what I can do with the openings. I'm always, of course you can fill it up with some speckle, then you make a nice flat space, but I'm going to choose for just a styrofoam ball, and I'm just going to do some toothpick inside, and I'm going to give it a nice black schoolboard paint color, but you can do any color you like, which one you liked the best. So I'm going for my black color because I love the black. So I'm just going to give it a nice coat from the black, and it always dries up very matte, so I really love that. So you see, he will be very nice on top of here. Our nose is dried up, and I'm going to do the glue on this piece where I did my toothpick in. So I'm just going to do a dot of glue, just very easily on top of here. You can use a little bit more than normally because you will have it under his head. So this way, and I'm going to pull up a little piece of his head, and I'm going to place it inside, and I'm going to squeeze it down until it is dried up like this. And then I hope he is really he's really looking nice. So Of course, I have to keep it in place until everything is dried up, or else his nose will be hanging. So, and I hope this is not the case. And here you see how our cute little gnome turned out. I know the lighting is a little bit bad, but I'm really happy how he's looking. Now I'm going to place it inside of our little house, and then I'm going to give it, I did cut off the pieces with the twine because I didn't like it. So I'm going for a little red bow. So I'm going to make it from some red velvet, a very of the smaller piece of ribbon. You can choose any color you like. And when I have him inside, I'm going to give it on the ending probably, or maybe here on top, a little red bow. So I placed you a little bit more down, and I'm going to try to get my gnome inside. It can look like a gnome, but it also can that we just took a piece of fabric and we just throw it in. So we will see how this is turned out. Like I always say, you just DIY together with me and you have no idea where you're coming. What I'm going to do, I fold it over. You see here the piece of wood is here under. I'm going to go do it with some glue over here on this side. And I'm going to do some pieces over here. And now I'm going to try to get it inside on the sideways. Of course, I try to show it to you in a moment, at least this way. I have to, that he is gluing down on top of our little house or stand, and then we can work with it when he is he's glued together. This one looks very strange if I see myself in the camera like this. So, but I hope when we work with it that it will look okay. And he is, at least he's inside. So now we are going to give it some nice fluffing. And of course I'm going to do one this side, a little bit this side. And I'm going to get my little bow I made. You see, I just made this very simple little bow. You also the way you tie your shoes. I'm going to do it on the back side. And I'm going to place it in the middle. I have to look for, sorry if I am a little bit in front of the camera, of course this way. And I'm going to place it in the moment I show it to you. Oh, I'm going to turn it like this. You see already a little how it look like. And now I'm going to work with the ending of my gnome. There was something crossing my mind that I had some bells. So I was looking in my stash and I really have some bells. And I think I have silver ones and I have gold ones. You see, I have kind of this one, this one. And you see, they are very nice, but you also can do the little shiny color. I think I'm going to do at the ending of our gnome, I'm going to do some shiny gold one. I'll show it to you in a moment. So you see, I have the bell on top of here. Of course, I was sitting here, but here in the camera, you're here. You see, here it is on the ending of our little head. In a moment, you see the end reveal of our little stand. The only thing I'm going to do is probably some greenery on here or maybe on top. But I think I'm going to do some little pieces of greenery over here on the ending of the stand. So for everyone maybe who loves to see, I just take a little piece out of our branch and I just do the smaller one. I'm cutting off the ending of the plastic because we don't want to see the ending of the plastic of our greenery. I'm just going to do very easily over here. So I'm going to do some glue on the back side. I'm going to place it in the middle and squeeze it in until it is dried up, because we don't want that it is coming totally out of it. So this is one. We take the other one on the back side, just a little piece of the glue you see here, and I'm just going to turn it over, place them to each other, and then again squeeze them until it is dried up like this. And this, you don't have to do it if you don't like greenery on the stand, because if you use it for another season, you probably don't need this kind of greenery. So I'm going to cut out a couple of our little berries, and they are white berries, but I like the color of the red berries. They are very nice red. So very easy. We just do some glue on the back side, and most of the time I do 3. So I'm going to glue one over here And I'm going to wait until this dried up. I'm going to get another one, and I hope that I can have the room to make 3 of them, so we will see. And again 1, and now I hope I have the room for the other one on top and that it doesn't fall off. But you never know with crafting, something can go right, but a lot of things can go wrong, and I always love to show you also the things that go wrong, because that's also DIYing. So you see, this is how it's looking like. So easy to make, and it gives a little bit more of a Christmassy feeling. In a moment you see a quick impression. I am back again before you see the, the quick impression. It's one big mess on my table, but I was looking at my stand and I was missing something, a little bit more rustic feeling. So I'm going to take a piece of twine. I know I should have done it earlier, but I'm going to do some glue on the inside of on the wood, a little drop, and I'm going to place my twine inside over here like this, and I'm going to wait until it is dried up. Of course, I hope you can see it this way, but also this is optional, but this is just because I didn't like the plain look. I missed a little bit of the rustic look, and you see already I'm totally under the glue, don't mind me. And I'm just going over, and I'm going to go over on the top, and I'm going to just make a couple of turns, and then we're going to I think maybe a centimeter or did like this, and then I'm going to cut it off, and then we are really finished. And here you see a quick impression of our little Christmas stand. And of course, I did it with the little gnome inside, but you can do anything inside. If you don't like the gnome and you are totally out of the gnomes, just go ahead, do something else inside. Only the stand is already very nice on its own, so you can do anything with it. So I hope you did this DIY also together with me, and you also right now have your own little stand. But if you only love to watch, of course, I hope you had fun watching. And everyone who is here and is not subscribed and like what you see, of course, I hope you will click the red subscribe button and give me a thumbs up. It would help my channel a lot to grow, and it doesn't cost you anything. For more DIYs, come on over to my description box. There you find the link for our DIY channel, so go check it out. And for now, I wish you all an amazing day and see you next time. Bye!